Greetings and welcome to WOM 2020. Yes, you have made it. It's 2020 and this is our, review of what's been going on in 2019 over at World of Monsters. I like to make this video at the end of every year, especially for you people out there that aren't familiar with the channel too much, and me, and I especially recommend you check out the 2019 World of Monsters and review video, as that one's longer, it's more in depth. So if you really want to get to know me, the channel, and such, do check that out. Otherwise, jump into our Discord. Anyway, I'm gonna try to make this as fast and brief as possible, just going over the videos that we've created this year. So I like to do this because, YouTube doesn't do that for us or with us anymore. So for you guys out there that are new to the channel or that are with the channel or have been with the channel for a while, but just don't get those notifications or any knowledge about the latest videos that have come out. That's why I do these, so in case you missed something, you'll know it here. So that's why we're going to go through these thumbnails quickly. These are the thumbnails of every video produced this year on World of Monsters channel. We have this video, which is actually not World of Monsters. I'm just talking about this one first because there's a second channel I opened because I was starting to have live stream chats with our members of the Monsterhood over on Discord, the official people of the World of Monsters, and anybody can join, these live chats. They're every Saturday, so we have those. We've been having those for over a year, so I'm shouting that out now. It's Voices of the Monsterhood. If you can't find it, there's a link down below. So first video this year has been first werewolf movie ever, which is basically the first werewolf movies until 1935. It's the latest one, so until the decade of 1930s. And guys, this video or this idea has been in the process and in the works for months prior of me collecting and looking for movies that feature werewolves. So funny enough, I wanted to have the whole werewolf video done by February of 2019, and obviously I wasn't even close to getting that done. So all those videos that full video didn't get finished until 10 months later. So I decided to release them in parts, and that was a smart move because, as always, there's going to be something I'll miss, and you guys, you lovely subscribers, do let me know. So after that video, and this video, the first video in 2019 wasn't even until February. So that's a long time. Was busy compiling that, and I was planning again on releasing all of the werewolves videos of history of movies, but obviously I didn't get done. I was working on it, and then I realized, you know what, I should just release it in parts. And anyway, let's move on. Okay, so 2018, I have this year in review video. That's the one I mentioned at the beginning. Do check that out if you do want to learn more and what you missed in 2018. Remember, you can always skip through these, and the thumbnails up on the screen to help you guys see what I'm talking about and skip around faster. And you can always speed up YouTube videos if you didn't know in the YouTube options on the video. Next one was Werewolves of 1940s, so the 1940s movies, then 1950s. I'm so glad I released them in parts. I really am. And then, what a trip that was. What a journey. You guys got to check that out. If you weren't with me live with it, you can always watch the whole compilation or break it down and watch those videos, as I have both versions of that. The one that's the whole completed video, the one video that's over an hour, that features some that were missed in those parts. So that's probably the one you want to go with. People keep asking me, could a face hugger, because I made one face hugger, could a face hugger impregnate a xenomorph? I think was the first one, and people were finding those really fun and interesting, so I started having a bunch of questions and posts. Could a face hugger impregnate this and this and this? So this was along those lines, or along those, not really series, but kind of a series, right? Kind of a fan-made series, we could say. So a werewolf, and yeah, that was pretty interesting. And then we went with the 1960s. So all along I'm producing these. This was my thing. That's why I called it Year of the Werewolf. Not because I thought it would take me a year almost to release this full video, but because I wanted to release it in January and then have other related werewolf stuff that I'd borrow from clips and stuff like that. Since I'm seeing all this stuff, I thought I could come up with a lot of variety of werewolf videos. But no, it was just these werewolves of the movies, basically, because it took me that long. So for you guys that knew that I was calling it the Year of the Werewolf, that was the initial thought, that I'd have a variety of videos. But no, I couldn't, because I wasn't done with this first one. So it was still definitely Year of the Werewolf, just not as much variety as I was hoping for. Then I saw a movie. What was the name of this movie? Since I'm trying to push this, but anyway, it was a Netflix movie, I believe, and it had these creatures like in the movie The Silence, I believe, where creatures are very sensitive to sound, right? And this was kind of a copy, not a copy, but you know what I mean, but similar kind of situation. And it had these small creatures, the Vesp, that came out of caves, and I was exploring their origins. So pretty interesting video. You should check out the movie, check out this video after. Don't watch this video first, check out the movie first, and have this saved up in your bookmarks or whatever. Then I did see Hellboy, one of the most stoked about movie for the year, and it was such a letdown. I had to make a rant video. The first rant, maybe the last, you never know, but it was the timing, the pacing of it, it ruined it for me, and you gotta watch this rant. I'm just glad I wasn't the only one that saw it like that, because I was just questioning, is it my age, is it my perception, my perspective, was I just not ready to watch it? But no, it's just, yeah. So 1970s next. Let's go into the 80s. Awesome movies. Teen Wolf. For all those people saying, you missed Teen Wolf in my video. Teen Wolf, the TV series, is a TV series. I made it clear to say, because I was already getting those comments after I made it clear already once in the previous videos, that I'm only doing werewolves movies. Not miniseries even, not TV series, because that's so many more, and this already took me almost a year to produce. Goodness, some people out there. But it does feature Teen Wolf, the more important one, which is the movie in the 1980s with Michael J. Fox. Thank you. Next, we got The Jersey Devil, our last video by Shelves Florima, Shelves Hot Pencil, who did a few videos on our channel. I invited him as a host, but I decided I need to change some direction with the channel, and other hosts stopped earlier as they got busy and stuff like that. This was the last one by Shelves, The Jersey Devil, and he does the live sketch while he talks about it, so definitely check it out, the crypto. Next, Werewolves of the 90s. Not too many good ones there, but the couple that are, they're pretty awesome movies. And then this is another shout out to the other channel, which is Voices of the Monsterhood. As I told you, I do monster casts out on there every Saturday. We choose a topic and we talk it to death about a particular type of monster or monstrous related thing, but it's always monster. But I also released some other hobby type stuff, and I got into this making an ecosystem by yourself, a small self-maintained ecosystem, mostly self-maintained. And I made this video of an ecosystem on a budget. And if you like that kind of thing, it's pretty fun. You should check it out. Definitely see another side of me, maybe, not really, but another side in the video, I guess. Next, the tier videos were hyped up even months before I made this. But I was hoping that while I take a break from working on the werewolf videos, as I still was, as I just finished the 90s one there, I do this tier video, which I really wanted to talk about monsters by design, because there's just some things I wanted to let out. By now, by the way, if you've seen this video, I do want to switch a position with one. I forgot which one it is. I think it was Jaws and something. I think switch their positions that I was recontemplating with a friend, and I think I didn't get that right. But the rest I think I'm still for. People are asking for another one, but you know what? Watch 2019 year in review. You'll understand the state of the channel better. The channel nobody's channel has been doing as great prior to 2018 as it used to be. YouTube just whatever. Not getting into that now. In short, if you want to see more of these videos or this one, you want to see a part 2, I'd love to do it, but it's got to be something that is appropriate for my almost right now 90,000 subscribers, because if I release this and I get 1,000 views, something's not working. And I know it's not you guys, I know it's not the 90,000, I know it's not me at this point, although many times, trust me, I do think it's me, but it's certainly YouTube also and the notifications. So if you want more of these, I gotta know that. I gotta know that from the majority of you, or a good portion of, okay, let's say 25% of all the subscribers, but you're not even watching this video. Not even 10% will watch this video. Next, we got werewolf classifications. So as I was working on the werewolves, of the 2000s, I just decided to combine that. I was thinking 2000 to 2010, and then I just decided let's put it all into 2000s. But anyway, when I was working on that video, I decided to make this classification video. I took a different approach because usually when I do every type of something, like you see every type of xenomorph on the channel, every type of predator, I list all of them and I show them of every game, every comic, every movie. Check those videos out. They're among my most viewed for a reason. They take forever too. But this, I wanted to take a different approach and not just mention every type of, because there's really not that many types. And that's where I started thinking, and I decided to do an actual classification and going through a more scientific standpoint as we understand science with our own ecology and biology. That's what that is, and it did really well, and I was proud of myself. I try to have that feeling of pride after every video, of course, that I produce, but some you just produce quicker as a filler, some you produce longer, and of course you're going to be proud of them, but you're so just over it because you've been working that you don't have that. But this, I worked on it, and I wanted to edit it right, and it just felt good, and the reward of people actually seeing it and liking it really was great. It was a complete beautiful thing, and I'd love to do more stuff like this. And for all you that joined us because of this video, thank you. Give me suggestions for more. I know many want to see vampire, but that's going to be very similar, I'm thinking, but who knows. Then 2000s, it's been released finally. This one took forever. Basically, werewolves of the 2000s equaled more than all of, I believe, the werewolf movies up to this point. Isn't that nuts? And I believe there's almost 380. There will be 380 when I get those missed ones. I might make an extra little video someday. But there's about 380 movies. Okay, that's a lot of research. That's a lot of editing to find those clips for you guys, and the transformations. Watch out for that. And of course, every October, we got to have our art contest, monster art contest. We had this one this year. We've been doing it. I think it's the 5th one I've done in the 5th one in a row, one per year. This one was an amalgamation, a mix of gecko, seahorse, bat, and mushroom. And our guest fellow judge, I was the judge, and the other fellow judge was Blueworm, BLUWORM, awesome stop motion artist out there doing great Lovecraftian and more monstrous stuff. Excellent channel. So it was an awesome event. $150 total for reward this year. Top 3 winners had that. Well, broken down. And by this point, the Werewolves of the 2000s was finished. So I got to play around, got to make this video, steer away from the werewolves for a little while, go with, this is World of Monsters, everything monster, after all, not everything werewolf. So, but we do love werewolves. We just love them all. So top 10 biggest dragons of movies only. And that's what this is. So do check it out. Oh man, this one was nuts because I wasn't expecting it to get as complex as it was. And I can talk more about this. I was going to make a separate rant video about the sizing of dragons, but I'll just stop it there and say it's really hard to figure out dragon sizes, especially when their appearances aren't consistent in films. And some of these get pretty damn big. So we're talking the biggest, okay? So all those beloved ones, I know you love Falcor, you love one of my personal favorites as well is Draco from Dragonheart, But among the biggest, top 10 biggest, they are not. That's how big they get. So they get big. Then I made this video. I wanted to make this for months. I found this clip or these images on the internet and I found really strange. And I thought I have to make a video somehow about this because this is really interesting. And then I changed the thumbnail to this because I thought maybe this wasn't capturing enough and it was too small and detailed and thumbnails need to be simple. So I changed it to this, made it a little more clickbaity, but not really. It's still literal what's going on in the video. So if you're interested, check this out. Is that a Russian sketch of a dog's head posted on a robot or android body? Well, find out and watch this video. It's quite a mystery. It's an internet mystery. And that's that. And right before the end of the year, finally I released, or how late? Yeah, right before the end of the year, my 1913 to 2020 all werewolves in every movie in those dates ever. Except maybe new ones that might come out in 2020 as it's 2020 just started, but I wanted to include that because I was looking at some upcoming stuff. It finally got done. I released it at the end of the year. It could have been done 2 months prior, like by October, but I was thinking January I'd have this done because I was already collecting stuff for months before. So this took over a year, really, if you look at months of collection and all this stuff, a year. So when all your comment says under this video is, well, you missed a couple. How about, first of all, hey, thanks for spending over a year working on this video. And by the way, you missed a couple, but it's all right. See, that's all right. But if you just say, hey, you missed a bunch, first of all, no, I didn't. And if I did, do let me know. And second, just think about how much work this took, this one person. It would take a lot for a team. So just a shout out to that. Sorry, I got distracted here. But what I wanted to say about that is also the other thing. Hey, for those comments, okay, I had one comment, which is cool out of hundreds now, I think, that said, take off the ads or something. Again, this took over a year, really, hours of work. The ads helped me out a little bit, for that time. I mean, I love this. It's my hobby, but it's also my work because I want it to be not a JOB. It will never be that, but my life, my career. If you want to thank me, go ahead and donate. But if not, then you can bear through a couple ads that are up just to help me out for that over a year of work. And it's not that crazy. I don't ad crazy my videos. I watch YouTube more than I'm sure a high majority of you guys. So I know how ads can be and not a big fan either. But you can always skip them. This isn't TV after all. That's what makes YouTube so great. So anyway, what's planned for 2020? Well, let me see. I'm finishing up on a side project. I want to get that done by February. Everything by February. For this year, the werewolves, that portion is done. We got them all clipped out. I'm not sure yet, so I'm not going to make predictions for this year. But you know what? I'm not much of a holiday guy. But New Year's and New Year's resolution has always been a thing of mine. So do let me know in the comments what your New Year's resolutions are, as I always make a New Year's resolution believable, step-by-step kind of thing, realistic. I think everybody should do that. If you're not a holiday person either, or religious or whatever, I think New Year's is a great time to reflect on your past and look upon the future. Because side projects, bear with me until about March, maybe. I'll make some more videos here, but I really want to push it hard with World of Monsters again, starting sometime this year, whether by March, May. I want to get back with World of Monsters hardcore. Honestly, in the last year, I haven't been because, again, YouTube changes me and me having to supplement my time usage and productivity elsewhere. So I do want to get to that 100. Okay, so New Year's resolution, 100,000 subscribers. We're going to have that. Thank you guys. On that note, I'm excited. It really makes up for the almost last couple years of it was just disheartening what YouTube's been doing, and it hurt me in a way. And just knowing that finally I'm reaching my milestone, big milestone of mine that I've had in mind since the beginning, and that's 100,000. So that's a lot of us, especially in this niche. So thank you guys, and Let me know what you want to see this year on World of Monsters. Huzzah! Stay monstrous, my friends. Until next video.